For years, the WebMD effect drove patients to self-diagnose via keyword matching. Today, we are seeing a fundamental shift toward large language models acting as diagnostic engines. While LLMs offer impressive natural language understanding, they are fundamentally predictive, not analytical. For software engineers, it is crucial to understand that these models operate on probability distributions across a latent space, rather than clinical logic. When a user asks an AI about a persistent cough, the model isn't performing a differential diagnosis. It's predicting the most likely sequence of tokens based on a corpus that may include 50% of users consulting AI first. We must distinguish between pattern matching and medical reasoning to avoid the architectural pitfalls of automated diagnosis. Modern medical AI often utilizes retrieval augmented generation, or RAG, to ground outputs in factual data. However, clinical context is notoriously high-dimensional. Even with context window limits exceeding 128K tokens, the lost-in-the-middle phenomenon occurs, where the model fails to retrieve critical edge case data from the vector database. In a diagnostic setting, missing a single symptom at the 60,000th token can lead to a false negative. As developers, we have to account for the fact that RAG is only as good as the embedding model's ability to capture medical nuances. If the vector space doesn't differentiate between acute and chronic with high precision, the diagnostic pipeline fails. The core danger lies in the disconnect between next token prediction and clinical reasoning. An LLM might produce a statistically probable response that is medically impossible. This is the stochastic parrot problem applied to healthcare. When we deploy these models, we are essentially running a massive Monte Carlo simulation on human health. For a tech professional, this is a classic reliability engineering problem. The system lacks a deterministic verification layer. If the model assigns a 0.8 probability to tension headache and 0.1 to brain aneurysm, the user sees the former, but the 10% risk is a catastrophic failure in a clinical environment. Garbage in, garbage out remains the golden rule. AI models are trained on datasets with significant skews, often up to 70% Western-centric data. This creates a massive out-of-distribution, or OOD, error risk for global users. From an engineering perspective, if the training set lacks diversity in dermatological images or genetic markers, the model's weights will be biased toward the majority. This isn't just a social issue, it's a technical failure of the model's ability to generalize. When we build these pipelines, we must implement rigorous data auditing and OOD detection to prevent the AI from giving confident but incorrect diagnoses to marginalized populations. One of the biggest hurdles in medical AI is the black box problem. Unlike a human doctor who can explain the why behind a diagnosis, an LLM's reasoning is buried in billions of parameters. We use tools like LIME, Local Interpretable Model Agnostic Explanations, and SHAP, Lundberg and Lee's Shapley Additive Explanations, to try and peek inside, but these have limitations. LIME and SHAP can provide a heat map of what the model looked at, but they don't explain the causal relationship. For developers, the lack of true interpretability means we cannot verify if the AI diagnosed a condition based on a valid clinical feature or a statistical artifact in the training data. In most software applications, a 99.5% uptime or accuracy is excellent. In medical diagnostics, a 0.5% error rate is fatal. Hallucinations in LLMs, where the model generates plausible but entirely fabricated medical facts, are the ultimate deal breaker. From a system design view, hallucinations are often caused by the model being forced to provide an answer even when the confidence score is low. Without a robust I don't know threshold, the AI will confidently hallucinate a dosage or a rare condition. We need to implement reject option classifiers that prevent the model from outputting anything if the entropy of the prediction exceeds a specific safety threshold. When users upload their symptoms to an AI, they are sharing highly sensitive PII. For engineers, this introduces massive security challenges. Achieving HIPAA compliance in vector databases and ensuring that inference doesn't leak data through side channels is non-trivial. Edge AI might seem like the solution for privacy, but local models currently lack the parameter count to provide high-fidelity medical insights. We are stuck between the privacy of the edge and the intelligence of the cloud. Furthermore, PII scrubbing in the pre-processing pipeline must be 100% effective, or we risk training future model iterations on real patient data, leading to potential data leakage via membership inference attacks. Who is liable when an algorithm fails? In traditional software, we have deterministic bug tracking. In AI, failures are probabilistic and emergent. From a code-level perspective, adding safeguards like Pydantic for schema validation or Guardrails AI can help, but they don't solve the legal black hole. If an LLM recommends a treatment that results in harm, is the developer, the data provider, or the model host responsible? As we build these systems, we must incorporate Software Bill of Materials, or SBOMs, for our models to document exactly what data and versions were used in the diagnostic pipeline, creating a clear audit trail for forensic analysis. The solution isn't to ban AI, but to surround it with verification layers. We are seeing the rise of VLLMs, verifier LLMs, that audit the primary model's output. Additionally, human-in-the-loop, or HITL, architectures are essential. In this setup, the AI doesn't diagnose, it summarizes and flags potential issues for a human clinician. The AI acts as a high-speed parser of medical literature, while the human provides the final ground truth validation. For developers, this means building UI/UX that emphasizes uncertainty and forces human review for any high-risk classification. We are building tools for doctors, not replacements for them. In conclusion, the danger of AI self-diagnosis isn't the technology itself, but its unmediated application. For the tech community, our mission is to move away from black box diagnostics and toward transparent, verifiable medical assistance. We must prioritize integration over replacement. By focusing on robust RAG pipelines, deterministic safeguards, and human-centric design, we can leverage AI's power without compromising patient safety. The future of healthcare AI is not a standalone chatbot, but a sophisticated, multi-layered system where probability is tempered by clinical evidence and human oversight. Let's build responsibly.